ഓം ശ്രീ ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഹരി ഓം. ഓം ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഓം ഗം ഗണപതയേ നമഃ. ഓം ഐം സരസ്വത്यै നമഃ. ഓം ഗണാനാം ത്വാ ഗണപതിഗും ഹവാമഹേ കവിം കവീനാം ഉപമശ്രവസ്തമം ജ്യേഷ്ഠരാജം ബ്രഹ്മണാം ബ്രഹ്മണസ്പത ആനശൃണ്വന്നോതിഭിസ്സീദസാദനം. ഓം ശ്രീ മഹാഗണപതയേ നമഃ. ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ഗുരവേ സച്ചിദാനന്ദമൂർത്തയേ നിഷ്പ്രപഞ്ചായ ശാന്തായ നിരാലംബായ തേജസേ. ഓം യസ്യാത്മഭൂതസ്യ ഗുരുപ്രസാദാത് അഹം വിമുക്തോസ്മി സംസാരബന്ധാത്. സർവോപദേഷ്ടു ശിവാനന്ദമൂർത്തേഃ മൃദ്വഗ്രിയുഗ്മം പ്രണതോസ്മി നിത്യം. ദയാസിന്ധും ദീനബന്ധും ശാസ്ത്രാർത്ഥബോധനപട്ടും മസ്കരീന്ദ്രവരം നൗമി ശ്രീചിദാനന്ദസദ്ഗുരും. ഓം പ്രാണിനാം ദുഃഖഹർത്താരൗ ജ്ഞാനദോ ഭുവനമുക്തയേ ശിവാനന്ദചിദാനന്ദോ ആശ്രയേ ഗുരുസത്തമോ. ഓം ശാന്താത്മാനം പ്രണതസുലഭം സിദ്ധവിദ്യാപ്രഭാവം ഭാസ്വദ്രൂപം സുഗുണനിലയം ധ്വസ്തകർമാദിവർഗം പ്രജ്ഞാവൃത്തം നിജസമദൃശം താരതം ത്യാഗിവദ്യം സാക്ഷാത് ഈശം മമ ഗുരുവരം ശിവാനന്ദം നതോസ്മി. ശിവാനന്ദം നതോസ്മി. ഓം ഓം ശന്നോ മിത്രശം വരുണഃ ശന്നോ ഭവത്വര്യമാ ശന്ന ഇന്ദ്രോ ബൃഹസ്പതിഃ ശന്നോ വിഷ്ണുരുക്രമഃ. നമോ ബ്രഹ്മണേ നമസ്തേ വായോ ത്വമേവ പ്രത്യക്ഷം ബ്രഹ്മാസി ത്വാമേവ പ്രത്യക്ഷം ബ്രഹ്മ വദിഷ്യാമി ഋതം വദിഷ്യാമി തന്മാമവതു തദ്ഭക്താരമവതു അവതു മാം അവതു ഭക്താരം. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി. Every day we are having a quick look of the mantras and the meaning. Every day I am giving different meaning. Little every day I am adding. I do not know whether you are noticing it. Today I will make you notice little. Every day when I am giving the meaning, I am not repeating the same thing. I am adding little. Every day I am adding little also. So what is that is added? That you have to find out actually. Today I will say something extra. So this first mantra of the Upanishad is the Shanti Pata. So there he makes the prayer to the Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, all the devatas who are presiding over our deities to bless us, so that I will be able to bless me, to bless us, so that we will be able to continue with the studies. Please don't create any obstacles. There's a prayer like that. And I say that you are the Brahman, you are the Rita, you are the Satya, and let that protect me, let that protect the teacher. Protect me and protect my teacher 2 times. Then Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This Shanti Traya, Shanti, 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 Shanti Traya is for the Tapatraya Shanti, or the Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika and Adi Devika Shanti. Now the next mantra says, you pronounce it properly, and every day you have to do Swadhyaya. You have to do Swadhyaya, you have to keep on repeating it, you keep on studying the mantras. Arthajnana is required, but before that you have to keep on reading it, then only the Arthajnana will come. Arthajnana is not from referring to some book and somebody gives you a meaning. That won't enter into your mind. You have to keep on reading, and the teacher also gives the meaning, but the mind will explain afterwards. So, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, the three tapas, the Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adidevika, that tapa should not be there, I should be free. That is the meaning. What is the connection between these three? Normally they say this Bhautika means this earthquake, this and all these things, and the other is disease. Some explanation is given. That is okay. But what is the connection between these three? What is Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika and Adi Devika? What is the connection? Whether they are one or whether they are different. Whether there are three types of tapas are there. Satchidananda, in the Mahatmya starts, Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpattyadi Hetave Tapatre Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Nuha. Satchidananda 3 has been told there. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwa Utpattyadi Hetave Utpatti Sthiti Srishti Sthiti Samhara. That is also 3. Tapatre Vinashaya. Tapatreya, one who removes the Tapatreya. Sri Krishnaya Vayam Nuha. So there are 3 told. Here also 3 is told. Tapatreya. What is this Adi Bhautika? What is this Bhautika? What is this Adhyatmika? What is this Adi Devika? What is their connection? Whether anybody, Deva, Indra is sitting there, somebody different from us, who is creating problem? I am creating problem. Like that Indra is sitting there and creating problem to us. Or where is that Indra? Where is that? Whether the mountain comes and kills you. Supposing an earthquake comes. Earthquake does not kill everybody. Somebody only die. Some people will die. Some people will not die. When a car accident takes place, 5 people went there, 4 died and 1 fellow escapes. So what is this Adhyatmika and what is this Adi Bhautika and what is this Adi Devika? So it is mentioned clearly in the TAITTIRIYA Upanishad. In all the Srishti Kathas, even you take Bhagavat or any Upanishad, it's a meditation. The Srishti story is a meditation. How Bhagavan created. Then Bhagavan created like this, we tell a story. That is a meditation actually. So in the TAITTIRIYA Upanishad, first he created the Devatas. The Supreme Reality, he created the Devatas actually. First he created. From where he created? Bhagavan has created, this world he has created. How he has created this world? Whether he has created like a potter creating a pot. So there was no raw material for him to create this world. Okay? There was no raw material. From out of what he created. So he himself became that. He himself became the Devatas. Devatas are non-different because he has created out of himself. Ekoham Bhagutasyam. May I become many, he said. He has become the many. So he has only become the Devatas. After creating the Devatas, they asked, then he created the Ashana Pipasa. He created hunger and thirst. They said, we want food. So he created food. All this food, everything was created. Then they said, we want a place to sit and eat. Then they created this body and the sense organs, they entered. So Bhagavan himself has become the Devatas. Bhagavan himself has become all the Bhautika Vastus. Everything is Bhagavan only. Whatever you see here, the Himalayas, Stavaranam Himalaya, that Srota Samasmi Jannavi. So Bhagavan has become the Jannavi, he has become the Himalayas, he has become the trees. So he only has become all the, whatever Bhautika Vastu is there, all these things are, he himself has become all these things. He himself is the Devatas and he is only the Adhyatma. He has only entered in you. The other I told you, Vidhridi Nama, that place is called Vidhridi, the name given. So he himself entered in you and he is the Antaratma. Antaratma is the Adhyatmika. So Adhyatma and Adi Devika and Adi Bhautika are one entity only. It is not three entities. Okay? If anybody has got any doubt or any other explanation, I want to know that. Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika and Adhyatmika all belongs to one entity only. They are not three entities. They are not different. Okay? See, the mountain is there. Mountain is broken into rocks. And the rocks, when they are powder, it becomes sand. The sand and rock are, by shape-wise, they are different. But material-wise, they are one only. Different ornaments are there. Different ornaments, shape may be different. But material gold is same. Vacharambanam namadeyam murtiketyava satyam. Okay. So, when we have different names, but the material is one only. So, that supreme reality is the Devatas. He himself is the Adhyatma, Jiva, and he himself is the Bhautika Vastu. We are enjoying the Bhautika Vastu. So, we are enjoying the Bhautika Vastu means what? The Bhautika Vastu, all the Bhautika Vastus, all the things outside, which are objects, that objects are enjoyed by the subject. Okay, you are eating food and enjoying. So the food is the object and you are enjoying, you are the subject. The subject and the object are made of the same material. The subject and object are non-different. Okay? Subject and object are non-different. Swamiji, you also should be. If any objection is there, you should tell me. The logic is there. It's a meditation. Though the Vishayi and the Vishaya, both are same only. Okay, Tapa comes from where? When the Vishayi interacts, when the subject interacts with the object, when you are interacting with your own another form, there is a conflict. That is the Tapa. As I am quarreling with you, you are quarreling with your another form. A dog looks at a mirror and then it finds another dog there. Then it becomes angry and barks at it. Likewise, all our tapas are the dogs barking on the image of a dog in the mirror. Okay, understand? This relationship of the subject with the object is the tapa. The subject and the object are the same material. Then where is the conflict? The conflict is in the mind actually. Tapatraya is not outside. Tapatraya is in the mind. So Shanti means actually that this conflict not be there. The conflict between the Vishaya and the Vishayi. The conflict between the Vishaya and its superlord, the Devatas. They are also same material. Devatas are not happy with this Jivatma. So the conflict is always between the same thing actually. That is why the Mahabharata and other places, the war is always between the brothers. Asuras and Devas are children of the same father. The conflict is between brothers. It is a family feud. It is one family. The Adi Bhautika and the Adhyatmika and the Adi Devata, they are all three belong to one family. So they are only fighting with each other. Mahabharata is the same thing. All the Devasura Yuddha, all these things are same. That is actually the Tapatraya. So it is a meditation actually. So when there is a conflict, when there is a problem in your face, when there is something is disturbing you, why it is disturbing you? Because our relationship, we are not properly connected with that. If we have connected with that properly, that will not disturb us. Because you are not connecting with that properly. You are not establishing an identity with the object. If the subject identifies with the object, there is no problem. You are not able to identify with that, and then you are feeling that you are separate and it is separate. So that identification is the subject matter dealt with. That is actually the meditation process. All meditation is to identify with that, identify with everything here. I am non-different from, in whatever I see, I am non-different from that. That is actually the Upadesha here. I will not have any conflict with anything because I am one with that. I and that are same, made of same material. Thou art that. Thou art that is the Upadesha. You are that, you are, Paramatman is okay, you are also this. That's why Bhagavan says, Tavaranam Himalaya. Bhagavan says, I am Himalaya. What does it mean actually? All that Bhautika Vastu, I am that, he says. Not because Himalayas is glory. Stavaranam Himalaya is Upalakshana. Upalakshana, all the hills are Bhagavan only, all the waters are Bhagavan only. Okay. So this prayer, the first Shanti mantra is actually Shanti. Shanti means actually what? Let there not be any conflicts between the subject and the object. Subject-object relationship is the conflict. I am the subject and you are my object. Or the conflict between you and me. Conflict between you and me. That is the disturbance. Ashanti is because that the existence of the other is the cause for the Ashanti. The existence of the other. There is nothing other than that. Devatas, Adhyatma, Adi Devatas, and Bhautika, all are of the same material. Vacharambanam namadeyam mrittiketyav satyam. The same thing applies to here also. Okay. Then the next mantra. Shiksham vyakyasyamaha varnaswaraha matrabalam samasantanaha ityukta shikshadhyayaha. Now I shall explain to you the science of pronunciation. You have to properly pronounce the varna, aksharas, the alphabets. Proper intonation should be given. Proper effect should be given. The hrasva dirgha should be maintained. And it should be on the madhyamaswara. And the connectivity should be there. This is Shikshadhyayaha. There Shankaracharya gives a commentary that study of the scriptures, Parayana, Nitya Parayana is essential. That Nitya Parayana will help you to understand. That will only throw the light on that mantra and make you understand it in course of time. When the mind becomes pure, automatically the Shastra will reveal to you, this is, I am this. There is no need to try to understand it, go for so many commentaries. Shankara Bhashya, then Anandagiri Tika, then other Tika. The more Tikas you study, the more confusion will be there. When somebody told Shunaschepaha, one person's name. One person's name is Shunaschepa. Then Shuna means dog. Shepa means tail, dog's tail. So like that it will go actually. So daily you have to do this Swadhyaya. And later on it comes here. Swadhyaya is important. What is told here is again, it is repeated there, little more elaborately repeated. Then the next mantra is Sahano Yashaha, Sahano Brahma Varchasum, Atatas Sagumhitaya Upanishadam Vyakyasyamaham, Panjaswadhikaraneshu, Atilogamadi Jyautishamadi Vidyamadi Prajamadhyatmam, Tamaha Sagumhita Itya Chakshate. Now another prayer, me and my teacher, let us have all fame and glory. Let us have Brahma Varchas, that enlightenment. Then he says, then the teacher says, now I shall tell you the meditation. Samhitayaha Upanishadam Vyakyasyamaha. I will explain to you the meditation on the conjunction, meditation on the connectivity. So this, and I will place it, I will explain to you in 5 ways. Panchasu Adhikaraneshu. Adhiloka, with reference to the Loka, with reference to the Jyotisha, with reference to the Vidya, with reference to the Praja, and with reference to the Adhyatma. So that is called Mahasamhita, great connectivity. So everything is connected. The Loka is connected to the other Loka. The one Jyotis, one radiant object is connected to the other radiant object. And Vidya is connected with it connects the teacher and the taught. And Praja connects the father and the mother. And Adhyatma connects your own. You are also connected to each other. That is, your toe is connected to your mind. Somebody touches your toe, you know it. You know it with intellect here. So, something bites there, immediately we remember. So, we say leg is different, the head is different. But the leg is connected to the head. Also, there is another example is given. In the Bhagavad also it comes. And in some Upanishad also it comes. You take for example a rose plant growing. And the rose plant, there is a good fine rose is there with fine petals, rosy petals, very soft, silky rose petals. Behind that, a leaf is there, green leaf is there, tender green leaf is there. Below that, there is a thorn which pricks you and hurts you. The fine rosy, silky rosy petal makes you, the touch is very comfortable, you feel very happy about it. And carelessly you touch, then the thorn pricks you, it hurts you also. So the rosy petal, the green leaf, the thorn, the stem, all are only the food modification. The food that the plant has taken from the ground. The rose plant is manured and watered. So the root sucks that, and the food goes upwards and feeds all the food only modifies to become the rosy petal. The food only has modified it to become the thorn. The food only has become the green leaf. The food only has become the thick stem. So one thing only has different truths. It has got different dimensions. The food that the rose plant has taken has become the fine rosy petal, silky rosy petal, very soft and very sharp and pricking thorn. So there's a contrast is there. One thing has got such a contrast. One same thing has got such a contrast. The same way the Supreme Reality has become all the Bhautika Vastu. The same reality has become Antaratma. This is also a Bhautika Vastu. The body is also Bhautika Vastu only. It is not different from it is a food modification. It is only vegetable. This body is vegetable only. So inside that Paramatma is there means, so that this Bhautika Vastu, elemental thing, and the same thing is Paramatma, this, and Paramatma, Devata, all are same material only. Because of certain, it is due to certain conditions, or it is all one thing looked from different dimensions, looked from different angles. They are one thing appearing as differently. So that is the truth actually. So when we are able to understand that, there is only one thing, although there is so much multiplicity here, so much variations we find, so many different varieties are there. Behind all varieties, there is one thing, there is one common thread running through that. There is one substance which is common in all these things. Like the note, A in all the swaras. Whether it is Sa, Ri, Ga, whatever it is, the swara A is there. A only becomes Sa, A only becomes Ri, A only has become Ga. Sarigama, all the notes are ultimately it is only one note. Akaro vai sarva vaku. So that is actually this, the connectivity you feel, he says. So then the next mantra is, so that then the explanation of that I will read and I will not explain. Athadi lokum prithvi purva rupam dhauruttara rupam akasha sandhihi vayu sandhanam ityadhi lokum athadi jyautisham agnih purva rupam aditya uttara rupam apas sandhihi vaidyuta sandhanam ityadi jyautisham athadi vidyam acharya purva rupam antevasyuttara rupam vidya sandhihi pravajanagum sandhanam ityadi vidyam athadhiprajam mata purva rupam pitottara rupam praja sandhihi prajananagum sandhanam ityadhiprajam athadhyatmam adharahanu purva rupam uttarahanuruttara rupam vak sandhihi jihva sandhanam ityadhyatmam iti mamaha sagumkhitaha yayeva meta maha sagumkhita vyakhyata veda sandhiyate prajaya pashubihi brahmavatyasena annadhyena suvargena lokena. Then the fourth mantra is a common mantra which we chant during the Dasashanti mantra. It is a japa mantra. And following that is the Homa mantra. Yas chandasam rishabho vishwarupaha chandopyo dhyamratat sambhabuva Samendro medhaya sprunotu amritasya devadharano bhuyasam shariram me vicharshanam jihva me madhumattamam karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam brahmana koshosi medhaya pihitaha sutam me gopayam yaha chandasam rishabhaha vishwarupaha. That Vishwarupa, that universal thing. Vishwarupa is universal. Why it is told Vishwarupa? There is something which is universal, which is common in everything. In spite of all the differences, there is something is underlying which unites all these things, which is common to everything. That alone is the truth. That alone is the truth. All these things are modifications, appearances. So that only one thing is here, that Bhagavan alone is here. Whatever we see here is superimposition on that. Or they are one way of how the mind thinks about it. Suppose if a tiger looks at you, it will not understand that you are a sannyasi. It will see how much flesh is there in that body, how much it will satisfy me. It will not understand whether you are a sannyasi or a brahmachari or a man or woman. All these things tiger will not understand. Tiger will see the quantity of food available. So likewise only we see something and we have an impression about it. So it is your impressions actually. So that Chandasam Rishabhaha, the best among the essence of the Vedas, which is universal, that is Omkara. And it has come from that nectar of that Vedas, that Omkara, which is the Pratika or the Parabrahman itself, that Medhaya Sprunotu, let it give me Medha Shakti. Let that provide me Medha Shakti. Amritasya Deva Dharano Bhuyasam. May, hey Deva, let me behold that Amrita. May Shariram me Vicharshana. Let my body be strong. Jihva me Madhumattama. Let my tongue be sweet. With my ears, let me hear all good things. And that Omkara is put in a cover, in a scabbard. So that is the worldly intelligence is covering you. And please protect me. Whatever I have heard, may that protect me. Whatever I have heard, may that protect me means, whatever I have heard, let me meditate on that. And let it reveal to me the truth. Why we are hearing something? We are hearing all good things. One day it will reveal to you. One day it will open up. So next is the mantra for the teacher, so that he gets all wealth, so run the Gurukula, and he will have brahmacharis, so study the scriptures and to dissemination of knowledge. Avahanti vitanvanam kurvana chiramatmanah vasagum simamagavascha annapanecha sarvada tato me shriyamavaha Yomasham Pashubis Sakaswaha Amayantu Brahmacharina Swaha Vimayantu Brahmacharina Swaha Pramayantu Brahmacharina Swaha Damayantu Brahmacharina Swaha Shamayantu Brahmacharina Swaha Yashojanechani Swaha Shreyane Vatsyasochani Swaha Tamtva Bhaga Pravishani Swaha Samabhaga Pravisha Swaha Tasmin Sahasra Shakhe Nibagaham Tuimraje Swaham Yathapa Pravatayanti Yathamasa Ahadjaram Evam Mam Brahmacharinaha Dhatarayantu Sarvata Swaham Pratibeshoji Pramapahi Pramabhahi Pramapadyaswa. So then Avahanti Vitanvana Kurvana Chiramatmanaha. So you bring me Kurvana Chiramatmanaha. Quickly bring me vasamsi, all clothes you bring, and cows, and annapana, etc. And tato me shriyamavaha, and all the wealth. And cattle, woolly cattle. And let brahmacharis come from all directions, with controlled mind, dhamma, with shama, etc. Then let me have yasho janesa niswaha, janamadhye, and may I have yashas. And then he says, this is most important. Tamtva bhaga pravisha niswaha, may I enter in you. Hey Bhagavan, may I enter in you. Samabhaga pravishaswaha, you may also enter in me. So that is meditation. What is meditation? We enter into that on which we are meditating, we are entering into that and we become one with that. So let me enter in you. Samtvabhaga pravishani swaha. Samabhagava pravisha swaha. Samabhaga, hey Bhagava. Samabhaga pravisha swaha. Bhaga means Bhagava. Samabhaga pravisha swaha, you enter into me, let me enter into you. So then he says, Tasmin sakasrasake nibagahum tvai mrje. I will wash all my sins. As you enter in Bhagavan, your mind will become pure. As Bhagavan enters in you, the mind becomes pure. The more Bhagavan enters in your often, very often he enters in your mind, so that extent you are purified. That is why we sit quiet, allow the God to enter in your mind. Keep the mind free from all other unwanted thoughts and allow Bhagavan to enter. That time all your papas are, you are washing away those things. So modern people, they say all toxins are removed, all unwanted things are removed, new terminologies they use. Only Papa is there, Papa Vasana is there. Any thought that is coming in the mind other than God thought is Papa only. Any thought that is coming in the mind other than God belongs to the world and Papa only. It is a desire only comes in that form of thought. Whatever thoughts come in your mind is only desire. So it is Papa only. So at the moment Bhagavan enters, no more thought is there. To that extent your Papa is removed. Then he says, Prativeshoti Pramabhahi. Prativeshaha means you are the resting place. You are my rest house. You are the ashram. So I will take shelter at your feet. I will sit at your feet. I will take rest there. So you give me, enlighten me. Pramabhahi. Bhahi is also protect me. Pramabhahi, Pramapadyasva. Let me achieve that enlightenment. Let me attain that. You enlighten me. That is the next prayer. Then again, meditation based on Vyahridis. Bhurbhuva subharitiva yetas tishro Vyahrideha tasamuhasmaitam chaduttim mahachamasya pravedayate mahiti tad brahma sa atma anganyanya devataha bhuritiva ayam lokaha bhuvayityantariksam subharityaso lokaha mahityaadityah आदित्ये नवा सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते भूरिति वा अग्निः भुवयिति वायुः सुभरित्यादित्यः महैति चन्द्रमाः चन्द्रमसा वा सर्वाणि ज्योतिगुंसि महीयन्ते भूरिति वा ऋचः भुवयिति सामानि सुभरिति यजुगुंसि महैति ब्रह्म ब्रह्मणा वा सर्वे वेदा महीयन्ते भूरिति वै प्राणः भुवयित्यपानः सुभरिति व्यानः महैत्यन्नम् अन्नेन वा सर्वे प्राणा महीयन्ते तावा एताश्चतस्रश्चतुर्धा चतस्रश्चतस्रो व्याहृदयः तायो वेद स वेद ब्रह्म सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमावहन्ति. So here, then he takes the Vyahridi meditation on the Vyahridis, 3 Vyahridis, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Then he says, Etas Tishro Vyahridayah. The 3 Vyahridis are Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Then he says, there is a 4th one, Maha, that is Maha. Mahidi, Tasamuha Smaitam Chadurtim. So there is a 4th Vyahridi which is called Maha. This Mahachamas told this. Mahachamas Pravedayate. Mahachamas told that there is a 4th Vyahridi which is called Maha. Tat Brahma Sa Atma. The 3 Vyahridis are known to you. The 4th is Maha, and that is Brahma, that is Atma, that is your Atma. Then for Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, for that there are 3 other things are told. Bhu is Ayam Lokaha, Agni, Richa, Prana, like that. Bhu is divided into 4. Bhuhu, Ayam Lokaha, Agni, Richaha, Prana. Like that it is divided. Now, in the Mandukya Upanishad, there are certain mantras. These are all, most of these mantras are identical. And those, that is because one same thing is told repeatedly in different ways. Actually, the Upanishad, one Upanishad if you study, you may be knowing other Upanishads also. But it is told in entirely different way. So you are not able to know what it is. So some of you might have read Mandukya Upanishad. So Mandukya Upanishad, it starts like this. Omityetad aksharamidam sarvam tasya upavyakhyanam bhutam bhavate bhavishyatiti sarvam omkarayeva. Omityetad aksharam idam sarvam. Om iti aksharam. Om is sarvam idam. Idam sarvam omityetat. Idam sarvam omityetat. Whatever we see here, everything is Om only. Everything is Om only. This sarva you are using every time. Every time we are using this word sarva, what meaning you are attributing and what meaning it is given. That is why I told you, that is it. Tvameva mataja pitattvameva, tvameva vidyacha dravanam tvameva, tvameva bandhucha sakatvameva, tvamecha vidyacha dravanam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama devadeva. Sarvam mama devadeva. Here, omityetat aksharamidam sarvam tasya upavyakhyanam. So that vyakhyana, that explanation of that Om is everything here. What is the explanation? Bhutam bhavate bhavishyatiti. What is bhutam? What is past, the present and future? All these things are bhavishyatiti. Sarvam omkareva. What is in the past, present and the future, everything is Om. Sarvam omkareva. So when we say sarvam means everything, that nothing should be left. The past, the present and the future. Okay. Tvameva sarvam mama devadeva means. And then suppose if you have a doubt, omityetat aksharamidam sarvam tasya upavyakhyanam, first mantra. Bhutam bhavate bhavishyatiti. Sarvam omkareva. Echa anyat. If there is anything other than that. Trikala atitam. Tadapi omkareva. If there is anything other than this, which is beyond Trikala Aditam, Tadavi, what if there is past, present, future? If transcending these three something is there, that also Tadavi Omkariyeva. Sarvam hi etat Brahma. Soyamatma Chatushpat. Everything is Brahman only. Therefore, Ayamatma Brahma. Chatushpati, Ayamatma Chatushpat. This Atma has 4 quarters. It has got 4 divisions, 4 dimensions. So the same thing is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha. So Akara, Ukara, Makara, Anuswara, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya, all are one thing explained in different ways. So 3 is available to you, 4th is not available. What is 4th? Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika. Beyond this lies that supreme reality, that is hidden, but that is supporting all the 3. The Bhuta, Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adhyatma and Adidevata. All these are supported by that one reality. Like Bhuta, Bhavishyat and Bhuta, past, present and future is supported by Trikala Adita, something which is common to that. Like Turiya supporting the 3 stages. This Maha is supporting this Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. So that is again that both Bhuva, Suvaha, that 4 Vyakritis has got 4 padas. So total 16. That 16 is 16 Kalas of the Purusha. That is the mantra meaning. Then next the 6th Anuvaga is Sayayesho Antarakritaya Akashaha Tasminnayam Purusho Manomayah Amrto Hiranmayah Antarena Taluke Yeshastaniva Valambhade Sendrayonihi Yatraso Keshanto Vivartate Vyapoksha Shirshaka Pade Bhurityagno Pratishtati Bhuviti Vayu Suvaritya Mahiti Brahmani Apnodi Swarajyam Apnodi Manasaspadim Vakpadis Chakshuspadihi Shrotrapadir Vijnanapadihi Yetattato Bhavati Akashasiddham Brahma Satyatma Pranara Mammananandam Shanti Samruddhamapradam Iti Prachina Yogyopasva. Then he says, Prachina Yogya was one Rishi. He was doing this meditation. What is this meditation? Sayesho Antarhridaya Akashaha. In your Hridaya Pundarika, in your Hridaya Kamala, in your heart center, there is a space. In that space, Tasmin Ayam Purusho Manomaya. This, in the form of consciousness, this Purusha is there. He is Amritaha Hiranmaya. He is very radiant and he is Amrita Swarupa. So there is a nerves. There are certain nerves going from that heart to the skull. It passes through the talu. So then, Sayendrayonihi, that is his place. So he passes through the Shirshakapala. That Vidhriti Nama, that yesterday I told you Vidhriti. From the Hridayakasha, Sushumna goes like this and finally ends here. Bhuritya Agnopaditya. He remains as the Bhuhu in the Agni. Bhoyati Vayu, Suvirityaditya. He remains as the Bhuhu, Bhuha, Suvaha in the Agni, Vayu and Aditya. And Mahayati Brahmani, the four Vyakritis. He remains as in the Agni as Bhuhu, in the Vayu as Bhuva, and Aditya as Suva, and Mahayati Brahmani. Then one who meditates like this, Apno the Swarajyam, he will get that Swarajya, he will get that enlightenment. And he will be the Lord of the mind. Apno the Manasaspatim, he will be the Lord of the words. He will be the Lord of the Srotras. And he will be the Lord of the intelligence. And his body, Akashis Shariram Brahma, his entire space will be his body. So he will be Satyatma. And he will have Shanti Samruddhamamritam. He will have Shanti, he will be inundated with Shanti. Like that, Prachina Yogya told. He meditated and got this result, so he has proclaimed this. Then, Prithivyan Dariksham Dyaurdisho Vantaradishaka Agnir Vayuraditya Chandrama Nakshatrani Apavoshadayo Vanaspadaya Akasha Atma Ityadi Bhutam Athadhyatmam Prano Vyano Pana Udanas Samanaha Chakshushrotram Mano Vaktvak Charmamagum Sagusnavatyam Atyam Yedadadi Vita Yerishiravochatu Pang Tamba Idagum Sarvam Pangte Naiva Pang Tagus Prunoditi. Now he makes into fivefold divisions. So Pankti is a meter. Pankti is a Vedic meter. Vedic meter which has got 5 letters. Pankti is like Anushtup. That ordinary Gita slokas are Anushtup. 8 letters, 8 letters, 8 letters, 8 letters. Total 32 letters divided into 4 quarters. So that is Anushtup. Like that, so many meters are there. Asanta Tilaka, something like that. But the Vedic meters are different. One is called Pankti, 5 letters. And the Pankti will have 5 letters and 5 padas, not 4 padas, 5 padas. So here he says, there is Panktam, in the Pankti is in the Vedas. Likewise, everything is Pankti. One thing he takes, everything is that only. So that commonality he finds and connects that with everything. So you identify with everything. So in Veda there is a meter which is called Pankti, and that will have 5 letters and 5 padas will be there. So the world is also a Pankti, he says. The world is also like that. The world is also, everything is fivefold here. So he makes a division, it's a meditation actually. Now for example, Bhagavan's lotus eyes, Bhagavan's lotus feet. It's a meditation. Whether Bhagavan's feet nobody has seen. We know lotus feet of Bhagavan. And Chandravadana like moon-like face. We have not seen Bhagavan. Somehow we like moon. Moon is very beautiful. So Bhagavan must be like this. So it's a meditation actually. So here they say, Prithvi Antariksham Jauhu Dishaka Avantara Dishaka, these 5. The earth, intermediate space, the sky, Swargaloka, Dishaha, quarters, Avantar Dishaha, intermediate 3 quarters. Then Agni, Vayu, Aditya, Chandrama, Nakshatrani. Agni, that is fire, Vayu, air, Aditya, sun, Chandrama, moon, Nakshatrani, stars. That is another 5. Apa, Oshadaya, Vanaspadaya, Akasha, Atma, water, Oshadis, Vanaspadis, Akasha and Atma. These are together is called Adhibhuta. Then Athadhyatmam Prano Vyana Apana Udana Samanaha. Prana, Vyana, Apana Udana Samana. The Pancha Prana. Chakshu Shrotram Manu Vaku Tvaka. Ear, eye, ear, mind, speech and skin. Then Charma Magum, Sagvisnavastya Majja. Tvaka is one Indriya and the other is skin actually. Charma Magum, Sagvisnavastya Majja. Then the skin, the flesh, the bone and Majja, marrow. Yada Devidhaya Rishrabojadu Panktam Vaidagam Sarva. Everywhere you will find this Panktam. Everywhere you will find this 5. Everything is 5 here. Everything is 5-fold. So you find a unity there. Instead of finding difference, to find a difference, this is different from this. That is the problem. This is one with that. Is the peace. When you find there is a difference, then a problem is there. This is different from this. Problem is there. This mic is better than this mic. I want this. Immediately a desire comes. Okay? This is better than this. You want this. And if it is not available, problem. So whenever you see a difference, worldly thinks it is okay. So our knowledge is to find a difference only. What is your knowledge? How one differs from the other is your knowledge. What is your knowledge? All your knowledge is how one differs from the other. Am I right? You don't have any other knowledge. You do not know any object fully. You know how it differs from the other, that only you know. You do not know what is this. You know how it is different from the book. How one is, nobody knows. What is a cloth? You ask him, he cannot say this. Cloth is not table. Cloth is different from, this is cloth only he will say. How it is different from the other. We don't have any knowledge of anything other than to say how it is different from the other. All your knowledge is how this differs from the other. You don't have the knowledge of the substance. Nobody has any knowledge of any substance as it is. You do not know about yourself. Who are you? Ask, I am Shashwat, you will say. You will say only your name. Who is this? He has got another name. Okay, this is the most important point actually. We do not know anything about us, about anything. We only know how it is different from the other thing. The fundamental things. So, why I said this? So we tried to find out. We tried to make into groups actually. 5, everything is 5 here. So at least we say these are all in 5. This is 5, this is 5, everything is 5 here. So they all come under one category, Pangtam. Otherwise we can say everything is 4. Then you can say everything is 3. Then you can say everything is 2. Then you can say everything is 1. That's how the meditation goes actually. This point you contemplate whether we know anything as it is. We do not know anything as it is. We know how it is different from the other. That is only we know. Our knowledge is that only. We can only find the differences. We cannot find the unity. That is the Maya. That is the problem. This is big, this is small, this is tall, this is short. So reconciliation of that is, all the mantras are that. The Rudra mantra you see, Namo Purvajaya cha Parajaya cha, Namo Madhyamaya cha Pagatbhaya cha, Namo Jeshtaya cha Kanishtaya cha, Namo Jeshta and Kanishta. The differences are reconciled. Reconciliation of all differences is meditation. You don't look into the differences. You try to find the unity in them. What is common in them? And to play music, you should know the unity. If a French man comes and plays to a song sung by Indian, in South Indian song or North Indian song, he will not know the language, but he will know the note. The note, common note he will know. Oh, we are not covered. Then the next mantra, we will read the mantra and little I will say tomorrow. Om iti Brahma, Om iti itagum sarvam. Correct? Om itya dadakshara, Om itya dadanikriti hasmava apyoshravayetyashravayanti, Om iti sama nigayanti, Ogum shomiti shastra nishagum santi, Om ityadharyo pratigharam pratigranati, Om iti Brahma prasaudi, Om ityagnihotra manijanati, Om iti Brahmana pravishyannaha brahmayevopapnoti, brahmayevopapnoti. So Om iti Brahma, Om is Brahman. Om iti itagum sarvam. Om is everything here. Everything is here. From 4, after Panktam he says, we have divided it into 5. We have placed it in 5 categories. Now everything is one only. Om iti Brahma, Om is Brahman. Om iti itagum sarvam. Idam sarvam Om iti. Om iti itagum sarvam means, idam sarvam Om iti. Idam sarvam Om eva. Om ityetad anikriti asmavapyoshravayetyaashravayanti. So ashravaya, make him do. So to make him do means, I have to call you. I want to say something to you. I want you to do something. Hari Om, I call you. Hari Om means what happened? Immediately your attention is drawn. Hari Om is we have added Hari. Om, yes Swamiji. So when somebody wants to ask a question, draw your attention, he says Om. And when you want to say, I am at you, I am at your command, I am listening to you, for that also you say Om. Om Swamiji. Om, I call you. Om Swamiji, you say. So the question is also Om, the answer is also Om. Om iti samani gayanti apyoshravayetyaashravayanti. That is, the Rigvedi is called Hota. Hota will ashravaya this. Then you do like this. So he tells, this mantra you chant. For that he says Om, he will say first. So the Rigvedi will say Om. Then Adharya is this. Then the Udghata is the Samavedi. Om iti samani gayanti. The first, in order to invoke the Devata, so you call the Indra, that they say. The Rigvedi will say, call the Indra. So the Samavedi has to do the Samagana to call the Indra. Indra Sama they will do. So the Samavedi is also same Om. Then start the mantra. Then Ogum Shastra, Ogum Somidi Shastra, Nishagum Santi. The Advaryu says Sham, like Om Sham idi. Sham or Shom. No. The Rigvedi says Om Shomidi Shastrani Shagum Santi. Then the Rigvedi will say Om Shom. Otherwise Om Sham. The Rigvedi will say Om Sham to the Advaryu. That is Yajurvedi. He will also say Om to reply. Om ityadvaryu pratigaram pratigranadi. Pratigaram means this. To Rigveda mantras, what it has to be offered into the Havan. In the Havan, it is like this actually. The Rigvedis, Yajurvedis, Samavedis, Atharvavedis, all these people, whenever they want to communicate somebody, and when something is communicated, when they answer to that, in all cases they will say Om. All cases Om say. Swamiji, you are talking to Swamiji, whenever you say Om. That is acceptance. When Swamiji wants to call you Om, he calls. So it is calling you. So to call you they say, and acceptance is say. So like that, to give an instruction they say Om, and I have received the instruction for all that case also they say the Om. So it is told in the case of Rigvedi, Samavedi, Yajurvedi and Atharvavedi. Omityadvajya Pratikaram Pratikanadi Omiti Brahma Prasodi Brahma here means Atharvavedi, not the Brahma. Chaturmuga Brahma, not Brahma does not mean Veda here. Omiti Brahma Prasodi because Advaryu, after Advaryu, it comes in. So it is Rigveda, Yajurveda, Rigveda, Samaveda, and then Yajurveda and Atharvaveda. Om Ityagnihotra Manijanadi. So start Agnihotra. For that Om they will say, then they will start. Om iti Brahmana Pravachyana Brahmaivopapnodi Brahmaivopapnodi. One Brahmachari Brahmana, he goes to the teacher and says, Om, let me learn from you the Brahma Veda. Or let me Om he starts and then let me Om, let me achieve that, let me attain that realization. Let me get that realization. Let me have the realization. Let me have God consciousness. Let me realize God. For he says Om. Having said Om, he starts the meditation, the prayer, etc. And when he achieved it, with that he achieves also. That is the mantra. And then again the next mantra is giving importance for Swadhyaya. I will read this mantra, give you a short meaning and then we will finish. Ritam cha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Satyam cha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Tapascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Dhamascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Shamascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Agnayascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Agnihotram cha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Atitayascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Manisham cha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Prajacha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Prajanascha Swadhyaya pravachane cha Prajadischa Swadhyaya pravachane cha Satyamidi Satyavacharati taraha Tapiti tapolityah Tapiti tapolitya paurisishtihi Swadhyaya pravachane yeveti nako maudgalyah Tadhitapaha. So here important Swadhyaya is being told. Whatever work you are doing, wherever you are, you have to do Swadhyaya. The meaning of this mantra is, wherever you are, wherever you are engaged, whatever you are doing, whatever your responsibilities, whatever you are doing, along with that you have to do little Swadhyaya. Every day reading of the scripture is essential. That is good. Ritam cha Swadhyaya pravachane cha. Ritam means true words. Ritam cha Swadhyaya, Swadhyaya and pravachana. Study of the scriptures, study and the teaching. Because in the Veda Pathashala, the boys may study for 8-10 years. So after 3-4 years, they will teach the first year student. And the teacher will not teach. Once they finish the Samhita, when they start the Padapada, then they are thorough with the Samhita. The Samhita they will teach. The teacher will teach them Padapada. So after a certain level you have learned. So he should teach her. Similarly, every day you should do Adhyayana and Adhyapana. Wherever you are possible, you have to do Adhyapana. So, Satyam cha Swadhyaya, you have to speak truth, and Swadhyaya also you do. Tapascha Swadhyaya pravachane, you have to do Tapasya, do Swadhyaya and Pravachana. Dhamascha Swadhyaya pravachane, you should control your sense organs and do the Swadhyaya. Shamascha Swadhyaya pravachane, you have to control, you should have control over your mind and do the Swadhyaya. Agnayascha Swadhyaya pravachane, if you are doing, up to this is for brahmacharis and others. Agnayascha Swadhyaya pravachane, you are maintaining Agni, Agnihotra karma, etc. Agnihotra comes in. So either Agni karma is doing, along with that you do the Swadhyaya and Pravachana. Agnihotram cha Swadhyaya pravachane, if you are doing Agnihotra, you do the Agnihotra, little Swadhyaya you have to do. Atitayascha Swadhyaya pravachane, Atiti Satyara you have to do. When guests are coming, you have to entertain them, but you have to do Swadhyaya also. Manisham cha Swadhyaya pravachane, in the worldly activities you are engaged, then also you should do. Prajacha Swadhyaya pravachane, you should have Praja. Son you should have and do Swadhyaya also. Prajanascha Swadhyaya pravachane, then even if you have progeny, then also you have to do Swadhyaya. Prajadischa Swadhyaya Pravachane. What is Prajadi? Prajadi, I don't get the meaning, tomorrow I will tell you. Satyamiti Satyavacharati Taraha. So, Satyavacharati Taraha. Rati Taraha means Satyavacha, one person's name, one Rishi's name. He says, Ratitaras Putra Rati Taraha. He says, Satyam is the most important thing. Tape Satyamiti Satyavacharati Taraha. Tapeti Tapo Nitya Paurishishtihi. Paurishishtihi means Paurishishti means Purishishti's Putra. Tapo Nitya is one person is there. He says tapas is the most important thing. He says satya is most important thing. The other man says tapa is the most important thing. Swadhyaya pravachane ye veti nako maudgalyaha. Mudgala putraha maudgalyaha. Naka, his name is Nama. He says Swadhyaya pravachana is the most important. One man says satya is most important. The other person says tapa is most important. Swadhyaya is most important. These people say Tadhitapaha. Swadhyaya pravachana is the tapas. Tadhitapaha. Okay. Tadhi means tadhi. Tadhitapaha. So the Swadhyaya, regularly reading the scripture is this tapasya. Like that, Nago Maudgalyaha told. So in the Bhakti Shastras, Shandilya says this way, Narada says this way, Vyasa says this way, like that. They used to say. Each one will have their opinion. But Narada says this, like that. So likewise, Raditaraha says one, Taponitya says one, and Maudgalya Nagaha says, Swadhyaya pravachane eveti nago Maudgalyaha. Swadhyaya is the best tapasya. So you do Swadhyaya. That is how the Naga says, like that. We will see this tomorrow. Shanno mitrasyam varunaha, Shanno bhavatvaryama, Shanna indro brihaspadihi, Shanno vishnurukramaha, Namo brahmane, Namaste vayo, Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi, Tvameva pratyaksham brahmavadisham, Pratamavadisham, Satyamavadisham, Tanmamavid, Tadbhaktaramavid, Avid mam, Avid bhaktarum, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.